Good morning, friends. This is the reading test for Unit 4, Weeks 1 and 2. Dreaming of Places Far Away. Walking home from school, Josh had to push his way through noisy crowds. He was used to it, living in New York City, but today he was unhappy. No one wanted to play soccer after school. Josh sighed as he took the elevator up to his apartment. He lived on the 32nd floor. After turning the key in his front door, Josh sank down into the couch. His parents weren't home from work yet. If they both got home late, there would be pizza for dinner again. Josh was tired of pizza. He opened his book about Kenya. Life in Kenya seemed so different. Josh wished he were a young Kenyan cattle herder living on the Mara River. After school, Laishan played soccer. Then he walked quickly home along the Mara River to check on the cattle. His family had a small herd. Cattle were a good way to make money here in Kenya. When Laishan got to his hut, his mom was there with the other moms. They were cooking beef over a fire for dinner. Laishan sighed. Beef was what they always ate. He knew it would make him a strong man, but sometimes he wanted something different. He went out to the cattle field, where his sisters were milking the cattle. Laishan lay down on some cattle skins with a book about the United States. American life seemed so busy and strange. Laishan wished he could visit and see the crowded, noisy American streets for himself. Question 1. What do both Josh and Laishan dream of? A. Life in America. B. Life in Kenya. C. A life far away. D. A life of eating pizza. Question 2. How is Josh different than Laishan? A. Josh likes to play soccer. B. Josh eats dinner with his family. C. Josh eats the same thing for dinner all the time. D. Josh lives high up in a tall building in a big city. As sure as the sunrise. Do you think he'll like me, Mommy? Adrian asked his mother on the way to school. Claro que sí. Of course he will, Adrian. She responded as sure as the sunrise. Today, Adrian was going to meet the new student he would be a new student buddy for. Teachers at his school always set up new students with buddies to help them get used to the school. Mr. Thompson had a good reason to choose Adrian this time. The new student, Lucas, was from Argentina, so Spanish was his first language. Adrian spoke Spanish too. Adrian's mother was from Puerto Rico. The bell rang and Adrian rushed excitedly to his classroom. Mr. Thompson was talking to a tall boy with brown hair, and Adrian went over to join them. Hola, Lucas, Adrian said, putting out his hand. My name is Adrian. Hola, said Lucas. I'm glad to meet you. Mr. Thompson smiled widely. Adrian and Lucas chatted like old friends. They found out that they had much more in common than the Spanish language. Adrian felt grateful for his new friend. He and Lucas would have great adventures together, as sure as the sunrise. Number 3. Read the sentence from the passage. Adrian and Lucas chatted like old friends. Why does the author compare the boys to old friends? A. They get along very well. B. They speak Spanish a lot. C. They have the same friends. D. They are from the same family. Number 4, read the sentence from the passage. He and Lucas would have great adventures together, as sure as the sunrise. What does it mean for Adrian to be as sure as the sunrise? A. He is not sure. B. He is very sure. C. He will ask the sun. D. He will know tomorrow. Dinner with Ning. Jason was going to his friend Ning's house for dinner. Ning had just moved in across the street. She was from China, and she had told Jason stories about her life there. Ning's stories were like a door to another world. Jason and Ning also sat near each other for lunch at school. She brought such different foods. Now Jason would have a chance to try some. But what if he did not like the food in China? Jason's mom said not to worry. He should taste each food, but Ning would understand if he did not like everything. Still, Jason did not want to hurt Ning's feelings. Jason felt as worried as if it were the first day of school. Ning met Jason at the door with her shoes off and asked him to take his shoes off before coming in. "We do not wear shoes in the house," said Ning. Jason said hello to Ning's mom and dad and her brother Chang. They were all standing around a round table. His table at home was also round, but this table had a smaller, spinning table on top. It was covered with little bowls and plates of food. Jason's table was never set this way. Ning pointed to a chair. "This chair is for special guests," she said. "Please sit down." Ning's father showed Jason how to turn the little table so he could reach each plate and bowl. "You go first, Jason, and please take a bit of everything," he said. Jason took some soup and rice, as well as some vegetables and chicken. Ning showed Jason how to use chopsticks instead of a knife and fork. He copied the way Ning held her chopsticks in her right hand, as she said, "Make the ends open and close like a bird's beak." Jason picked up a piece of chicken on his first try. It tasted good. Then Jason tried some rose tea. It was like a flower garden in his mouth. The strange taste was very unfamiliar to him. Ning's family talked and laughed and were noisy, just like Jason's family, but they also slurped soup off of their spoons. "Slurping soup is not rude in China," said Ning. She showed Jason how to lay his chopsticks across his plate when he was done eating. Then it was time to go. "I feel like I just ate in China," said Jason to his mom. The food tasted great. Question 5. Read the paragraph from the passage. Jason was going to his new friend Ning's house for dinner. Ning had just moved in across the street. She was from China, and she had told Jason stories about her life there. Ning's stories were like a door to another world. Why does the author say that Ning's stories are like a door to another world? A. They lead Jason to visit Ning's house for dinner. B. They help Jason learn about places far away. C. They are hard for Jason to understand. D. They tell about life on another planet. Number 6. Read the paragraph from the passage. Jason's mom said not to worry. He should taste each food, but Ning would understand if he did not like everything. Still, Jason did not want to hurt Ning's feelings. Jason felt as worried as if it were the first day of school. Why would the author say that Jason feels as worried as if it was the first day of school? A. Jason is not sure what to expect at Ning's house. B. Jason wants to bring food to Ning's house. C. Jason thinks he will be bored at Ning's house. D. Jason has already eaten at Ning's house. 7. Read the paragraph from the passage. Which sentences from the paragraph tell you that Ning's dinner table is different from Jason's dinner table? Underline the two sentences. So friends, I'm going to read this paragraph right here. There are two sentences that you have to underline. The two sentences that you have to underline will tell us how Ning's dinner table is different from Jason's dinner table. Jason said hello to Ning's mom and dad and her brother Chang. They were all standing around a round table. His table at home was also round, but this table had a smaller spinning table on top. It was covered with little bowls and plates of food. Jason's table was never set this way. You have to have two sentences underlined. Number 8. How is Jason different from everyone else at Ning's table? A. He is given chopsticks. B. He gets to choose the food first. C. He talks and laughs. D. He does not wear any shoes. 9. Read the sentence from the passage. He copied the way Ning held her chopsticks in her right hand. As she said, "Make the ends open and close like a bird's beak." Why would Ning compare chopsticks to a bird's beak? A. To show Jason what birds in China look like. B. To make Jason hungry so he will eat more. C. To point out how big the chopsticks are. D. to tell Jason how the chopsticks should move. Question 10. How are Jason's family and Ning's family alike? A. Both families use chopsticks. B. Both families come from China. C. Both families are noisy at dinner. D. Both families slurp their soup.